What's your favorite scary movie?
Alright, yeah, so this is a Scream video, and here we go. So yeah, I haven't made a Scream video in quite a long time, and you know, we're getting some new updates on this 7th film, and I figured I'd cover it and give my thoughts on it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, it's free, takes a second, helps you boy out. Anyway, I love the Scream franchise, as you guys probably know. You know, my first horror love, I guess, is Evil Dead. But then, of course, I was introduced to Scream, and I was like, hey, you know, this will be whatever. And then I was like, oh, this is effing great. Like, everything about this is really good, you know, I mean, I love it. It's like adult Scooby-Doo, right? Like, it's literally Scooby-Doo, but it's rated R, pretty much. And I genuinely love all these movies. I think all 6 are pretty much incredible. If I had to pick, like, a least favorite, I maybe would say, like, you know, 3, maybe. But I do genuinely think they're all really well-made films. And I can't wait for the 7th one. But at the same time, we're getting all these news updates, and we're getting all these crazy controversies that are happening with Jenna Ortega and whatever the other girl is. They're leaving, or one quit, and then one one got fired, and then because one got fired, the other quit, or whatever. It's just a freaking mess. You know, I mean, it is genuinely a complete a travesty of events, because, you know, Scream 6 kind of ended in, not to spoil it, but Scream 6 did end in a way where you feel, okay, if these two girls are, you know, walking off into the sunset, or whatever, you know, whatever they're doing in the last shot of the film, this can feel final, right? This can feel like, oh, you know, this is a sense of conclusion, and we're ready to move on. You know, Sydney's not coming back, and we got all this crazy stuff, and Gail's fine, I guess, and we're just going to move on. But no, I guess we're not doing that. Scream 7 is officially bringing back Sidney Prescott, which, look, I don't have an issue with that. You know, I'm glad she's getting properly paid this time, or whatever the issue was. I'm glad that she is returning. I think, you know, Sidney Prescott is the Ash Williams, is the Laurie Strode, I think, Strode, one of the two, of those other franchises, right? Like, Sidney is the main character, and to, you know, kind of have her absence in 6 was a bit odd. But, you know, not only that, we're also getting returning characters that have, spoiler alert for these Scream movies, by the way, if you really want to, I mean, it's all over the freaking internet, but still. We're not only getting Sidney back, and Gale Weathers is coming back as well, we're also getting Dewey, who, yeah, last time I checked was pretty effing dead. We're also getting Stu Macher, who, you know, I know that, like, you know, the guy that voices Shaggy, you know, like, I know that was Casey Kasem or whatever, but still, you know, Matthew Lillard, he is, of course, you know, Shaggy, and he was in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. He's in a few other things, I'm assuming, as well, but he is officially, you know, he was Stu in Scream 1, and he died, I guess. Who knows? So not only do we have Dewey coming back, we got Stu, and we also got, I believe, Sidney's brother, Roman. So that'll be interesting, right? Like, you're getting these characters that, you know, like Sidney, you know, she wasn't in the last one, so that makes sense, right? She's not dead or nothing. But at the same time, you're also getting these new characters, like I think Sidney's husband is a new actor or whatever. But then you're also getting, like I said, these quote-unquote dead people kind of returning in some way to, you know, kind of screw with Sidney or whatever's going to go on. But do I think that this is a bad move? I don't think it's a horrible move. I think that, yes, they're desperate, right? Like, that's obvious, right? You get your two main girl actresses who are, you know, the next lifeblood into this franchise. They leave, or they're gone, or, you know, they're not here anymore. So you're like, oh crap, we got Sidney, but what else do we do? You know, how do we make this feel fresh and new and exciting again? I don't think Scream needs that. I think all these movies are exciting enough, and I'm going to see it no matter what, and determine if it's you know, bad or not. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, they kind of need to inject something into it, Saw style, where it feels fresh and new again. You know what I mean? Not that it didn't, but you know what I'm saying. And this is a very much case of, okay, yeah, it feels like a desperate Hail Mary. This feels like the Avenger equivalent of bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, right? Like, that it probably will work, Dr. Doom, right? I'm not saying it won't. It probably will. But at the time, after the initial, oh my God, wow, you know, we were like, oh, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's kind of desperate, right? Same thing here. You look at Scream, and I was like, oh, wow, they're getting this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this girl, and this girl. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. You know, it's kind of like that. And at the same time, I get it. They're doing it for clicks, they're doing it for views, they're doing it for people to buy tickets and see this movie. But at the same time, I think that they can probably spin it in a way and make it make sense in a way that it actually feels organic and relevant to the plot, right? Like, all the Scream movies, like, I'm a smart dude, to a degree. Like, 4.0 student, I'm not bragging, but it is what, you know, I'm not the dumbest guy in the world. So to see that, every time I watch a Scream movie for the first time, I was like, oh, it's that guy, or oh, it's that girl, or oh, it's the dog, or whatever. And it turns out it's completely effing different. I swear to God, all 6 movies, and I saw the 6th one in theaters, I have always been wrong. Every single time. So that just shows how good, writing it is. That's the beauty of Scream, right? You watch it for the first time and your mind is blown. Then you watch it for the second time, either with a friend or by yourself or whatever, and you're then you can see the little clues and piece together little things that kind of really make you go, oh yeah, it was that person and I was an idiot or whatever. So the fact that you're getting all these dead people, seemingly quote unquote dead people back from the dead, so to speak, to be in this film, it is kind of. It's odd, right? And I know some people are saying, oh, well, Scream 7 is going to take place in whatever year, and it's going to feature AI, right? I think that could be an interesting topic, right? Because we've dealt with the what was it, I think it was kind of AI. I think was it in 3 or 2? I think it was in 3. The voice changer, right? Where you could sound like different people. I think that was 3. And that was a big revelation for, when that film came out. Like, oh my God, you can sound like other people? Wow, And in this, I think that would be kind of cool, Sydney's walking her baby or her dog or whatever, and you see Dewey fucking walking down the street. He's like, hey, how you doing? Sydney would be like, whoa, what? You're dead, And it turns out to be AI or a hologram or whatever, obviously. Because we live in the modern age, they're probably going to want to take advantage of that. But at the same time, I could be completely wrong, and all these deaths were actually not deaths, and they all just miraculously survived. I don't think they're going to go that route. That would be kind of a lazy writing route. But at the same time, look, these 6 films are pretty much all really well written, so I don't think they're going to take a big nosedive and be like, I don't have to know, whatever. No, everyone's alive. I don't think they're going to do that. But at the same time, they need to be careful, right? Because they're treading on thin ice. You get all these dead people back. You're getting the city back, which is a good thing. You're getting, new characters and whatnot, but you also fired your 2 main actresses from the last 2. So you're it's like you're breaking up the band, way too early in a sense. It really is an awkward situation to be in. And now I am still going to see Scream 7 because I happen to love this franchise, and I'm assuming you guys will too watching. It's probably why you clicked on this video, but at the same time, it is just a tad bit worrisome, and we'll have to see what's going on when we actually get a trailer, but apparently the script is done. I don't know when they're filming. It might be soon, it might be now. I don't know. But I am excited to see where this goes. I'm a little bit nervous because, again, I love this franchise and I want to see it do well. I don't want them to do any cheap tricks. I want it to actually make sense with the narrative and feel like a proper sequel, even though they're kind of getting rid of half the people that were in the last one, and they're getting everyone who has died back. There's a lot of weird things kind of going against this film, but I'm assuming it's going to be great. All the other Scream films, for the most part, were really, really well made, really, really great. And again, this is my second favorite horror franchise. I love it to death. I'm very glad I got into it, and yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. If it ends up being a train wreck, that sucks, but we'll have to see. Again, I don't think they're going to be intentionally trying to make it bad, but there's a lot of controversial things kind of in the zeitgeist of Twitter and the internet and whatnot. And I read it and I'm like, oh man, they're effing stupid. Like, what are they doing? You know what I mean? Come on! It's like Snow White. You look at the Snow White marketing, it's dog crap. Like, you got Rachel Zegler throwing a hissy fit, Gal Gadot screeching about Islamic whatever, I don't even know, some country, and then you get what was it? The dwarves were like a bunch of tall dudes, and they weren't all white, and then that's a whole thing. So they had to redo it with CGI. But apparently, early reviews of Snow White, the new live action remake, are saying it's like amazing. So you never know. Don't judge a book by its cover. I probably will be seeing Snow White just to see how bad it is. Again, I am a Disney fan. I love Disney. Maybe not all their political choices, but I think that, when it comes to their movies, if they want to make a banger movie, they will. So I'll probably end up seeing that as well. But yeah, kind of in the similar vein to, there's other examples too, but, looking at Snow White, the marketing, looking at this, the kind of weird stuff that's happening on the internet, it seems very negative and it seems like it won't work, but we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure it will, but again, like I said, we'll have to actually wait and find out what's going on with this film and why all these seemingly dead people are coming back. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this Scream 7 review. Again, those are my thoughts on the cast update and just, updates in general to the film. Tell me down below in the comments what your thoughts are about Scream 7 and what's your favorite Scream movie from 1 to 6 so far. Are you mad? Are you happy in this direction they're going? Tell me down below. We'll have a discussion. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Okay, go.